Hello, this is Mark Lusley from Spirits Untapped, and I'm here to do a beer tasting from two Kitchener-Waterloo area breweries I'm rather fond of, but I decided to pick these two for a couple of reasons. I had some of the beers in my refrigerator, and I wanted to share the interesting theme that both breweries use. So the breweries are Innocente Brewing Company and Counterpoint Brewing Company. I'm going to start with Innocente. And Innocente Brewing Company, this is the Pils Center from Innocente, and that's actually not too far from where we are here in Waterloo. And they have a great order and pickup service as well. And they are a default brewery that they go. They're probably the closest brewery to where we live, so they're good standby for us. Now, so Innocente, family name of the brewery, of the family that owns the brewery, but all of the beers use the Innocente or innocent nature in it. So there's different terms. So Conscience is one of their default IPAs, and then there's Guilty Conscience, which is a double IPA. So again, good and evil. You're Not So Innocente. There's Bystander as an innocent bystander. You've got Guilty Conscience as one of their beers. Fling and Glance. So when you think of innocent fling, innocent glance, that kind of thing. So that's the theme. And so this is a Pilsner. And a Pilsner is a pretty good gateway craft beer if you're not into craft beers. Like a lager, the Pilsner, it's not an easy flavor to get right, but when you get it right, it's usually a very smooth, very easy drinking beer. So people who find IPAs too hoppy, wheat beers too banana-y and things like that, usually a Pilsner is a great way to, if you're trying to move away from the standard lagers that are available pretty much everywhere. This tends to be a good choice to go. So again, Pilsner is a very clear beer based on it's a Czechoslovakian. It's from that part of the world. So I have not had anything to drink yet. Just to let you know, I just can't pronounce some words like Czechoslovakia or something like that. That's what I was trying to do. But anyways, it's the Pilsner. So it basically it smells. Got a little bit of maltiness and a little bit of hoppiness to it. And it's very smooth. So the interesting thing from my perspective, and I am not a beer expert, I'm just someone who loves beer, but the Pilsner tends to have a bit more of the weediness. To me, it tastes more like a European style beer, probably because that's where it comes from. That's where it originates. So that's the Pils Center from Innocente Brewing, and that's it right there. And again, I'm just going to share, this is actually from Sean and Ed Brewing, which is in Dundas, Ontario. That's the glass, and I love beer, and that was a beer glass we must have gotten at a local beer fest. Now, the other beer I'm going to taste tonight or try tonight is from Counterpoint Brewing. And Counterpoint Brewing is in Kitchener, Ontario. Again, not all that far from here. I'm going to crack that open. Now, this is one we'd actually had in the fridge for quite a while, and it was sitting in the back, and I didn't even notice it. This is a Rite of Spring Wheat, and it's lavender, orange, and green tea. So again, it's going to be more European in flavor. And well, look at that. I have a collective art. So I'm just cross-contaminating all the great local brewers. So with a wheat beer, again, it's going to be a little clear. Sometimes they can be a little bit hazy. Now, this is going to be interesting because it has lavender, has green tea, has a whole bunch of things like that in it. So, okay. You can smell it. Definitely smell that floral scent that's coming off there. Oh, wow, that's interesting. So a wheat beer you would think of would be something like a Hoegaarden or something like that you may see. But this definitely has the essence of the wheat beer, but the lavender, actually I'm getting the green tea too. That is really, really interesting. So it's definitely got a lot going on in the flavor department. This is interesting. I could see this could be a beer to enjoy on a patio somewhere. Tammy says, "Hey, Mark." Hey, Tammy. Cheers. Thanks for joining me for this virtual drink here. So again, that is Counterpoint. Now, Counterpoint, and I didn't get into this. So Counterpoint, as you can see from their logo, is that's the keys from a piano. Music is the theme that Counterpoint uses. And so some of their beers are the duet and I love the Duet series, is series of IPAs, and I think the last one might have been 7 or 8 that I'd been up to that I had tried. Really, really good one. So I always pick that up when I'm there. The Red Violin was a sour. I haven't actually tried that one yet, but that looks like an interesting one. And they have titles like Rock Opera, which is also another their IPA. So again, the theme there with Counterpoint is all music-related stuff. So we got Counterpoint Brewing in Kitchener, Ontario. We've got Innocente Brewing in Waterloo, Ontario. 2 really great craft beers from 2 great craft brewers. And you can check out places like that in Ontario. There's an index. I'll post a link to that in the video afterwards, where you can check to see what local great brewers you can order from online and either have delivered at home or pick up. Again, this is Mark Leslie from Spirits Untapped, wishing you good health and cheers. Na zdrowie.